A man's home is his castle. That's what they say, right? But do you even know what a castle really is? A fortress, thick walls, locked doors, and defenses everywhere. A place where no one dares intrude. And my job? My job is to break in, to bring it all down. Yeah, I'm a burglar. Judge me if you want. It's nothing I haven't heard before. But really, how many of you have peeked inside someone else's room, opened a cabinet out of curiosity, lifted a little something just to feel the thrill? A souvenir from someone else's life. For most of you, it's an itch, a little curiosity, but me? I take it one step further. Two, if the owner deserves it. I've even taken kids out of hellholes, saved stray dogs, cats, but I'm no hero. I do it all quietly, in the dark. I don't need the spotlight. I'm not one of those 6 o'clock news saints with phony smiles and polished stories. I don't need recognition. I just need the payoff. But my next job? It's the biggest risk I've ever taken. Old man Pagliai, a quiet recluse, Italian, and obsessed with his coin collections. Decades of his life spent gathering priceless coins. No one's pulled it off. No one's cracked his safe. But I've heard the stories. I've listened and waited. I come prepared, lockpicks, hammers, rope, and most of all, a will to win, to take this place for myself. I climb up onto the porch roof with ease, all in a night's work, but when I get to the window, I freeze. Who the hell wires a window with barbed wire? It's barely visible in the dark, but one wrong move and I'd be shredded to pieces. I'm lucky, I think, as I carefully snip it away, slip inside, and take a breath. The place reeks, stale, like dust and age, a place that hasn't seen sunlight or a breeze in years. I remind myself to keep my guard up. The guy's notorious for his eccentric traps. Still, it's silent inside. No alarms, no dogs, just a slow, steady ticking from a grandfather clock somewhere in the house. Finally, I reach the study. Row after row of dusty books cover the walls. Somewhere behind these is my prize. I start pulling each spine, one at a time, until click, the shelf slides open, revealing a hidden safe. My pulse quickens as I pull out my tools. Then I hear a voice, low and cold behind me. Ciao, non dormiar. I whip around. It's him, old man Pagliai. He's right there, inches from my face, and he's looking at me with these hollow, piercing eyes. His breath is thick with the stench of stale cigars and something sour, something decayed. But I have a gun, and he doesn't. I press it into his ribs. Give me the code. He stares, unblinking, and mutters something again. Non dormiar. I grip my teeth. Listen, old man, you don't want to die here, do you? Give me the combination. Slowly, he reaches for the notepad on the desk, his gnarled fingers shaking as he writes. The first combination is barely legible, but I give it a shot. Nothing. I point the gun harder, urging him to write again. He scribbles, trembling. Third time's the charm. The safe clicks open. Thanks, old man. I smirk, feeling the coins within reach. You just made me rich. But he lunges at me, clawing with his hands, his nails sharp like claws. I barely think before I pull the trigger. The shot is soft, barely a pop, and he collapses. I don't look down. I don't let it settle in. I grab the coins, stuff them into my bag, and leave. My heart hammers, but I tell myself it's over. Only it isn't. Once home, I can't sleep. I can feel him, hear him, his curse and that strange mutter of his, echoing through my mind. Non dormiar. I toss and turn, wide awake, staring into the darkness. By dawn, my eyes burn like fire. Each day after that is the same. I move like a ghost. Shadows creep in my peripheral vision, floating shapes with vacant, hollow eyes and gaping mouths, like silent screams. At first, I ignore them, thinking it's paranoia. But each day, they become more vivid, clearer. And then come the caterpillars. They start small, wriggling black specks on my skin, but they don't stay small for long. They dig in, their tiny pincers gripping and biting into my flesh. When I scratch them, they multiply, spreading and bloating, tearing my skin as they burrow deep. They drop tiny, dark pellets, waste smeared across my arm. The more I claw at them, the deeper they go, pulsing under my skin, feeding. Then one night, I see something writhing in the corner of my eye, an insect bigger than my fist, dripping with red goo. I shudder, feeling my throat tighten as it crawls towards me. I try to scream, but it's lodged there, and all I feel is its wet, pulpy body sliding down. And I don't wake up. It dawns on me that Paliai didn't just collect coins. He collected butterflies, caterpillars, creatures, the ghosts of other burglars who tried before me. He's cursed them all, and I'm the last. I finally Googled the phrase, non-Dormeyer, don't sleep. I know now that he meant it. He cursed me, a lifetime without sleep, endless days of torment, the torture of never closing my eyes again. But it's driving me mad. The shadows come at me day after day, each one familiar, their faces twisted in horror. I know their expressions because I've seen them before on my own face in the mirror. I finally break, turning to Frank, my fence. I'll sell the coins. I don't even care about the money anymore. But he rats me out in minutes. Just like that, I'm behind bars, the cell walls closing in on me. They move me to a clean, white asylum when I lose my mind, or what's left of it. My eyes bleed with exhaustion, but I still can't close them. They inject me with sedatives, but nothing works. Finally, as the last needle pricks my skin, I hear his voice again, whispering, soft, calm, mocking, Dormi bene. Sleep well, but I know I never will.